Thunder fans are fired up about all the love that Chet Holmgren and Cason Wallace are getting right now by the media during their rookie campaign, along with some thoughts and concerns about the Thunder's recently little skid that we've been having in this 3-game losing streak, the first 3-game losing streak of the season for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Before we get into all this, don't forget to hit subscribe. As you can see here, 90% of y'all are not subscribed, and only 9.6% of you guys are coming back to the channel. So if you enjoy the content and you want to show your support, hit that subscribe button. It's the best way to do so. Now, we'll get into it. The Thunder have a few star players on this team. We have SGA and we have J-Dub. As you guys know, they haven't been playing as of late with this little, late playoff push that we had. We've already secured a spot. We're just kind of fighting for that top 3 spot, and we just need one more win to kind of for sure secure that spot. And we're just a game back from the 1 seed as well. But it looks as though maybe we're settling for the 3 seed, and that's fine and everything. And we're letting guys get some time that don't normally get the shine. And some of those guys that are getting some time to shine are Chet and Wallace, getting love by the media and also getting time on the court. Cason Wallace had a start against, I believe it was the Sixers, It was the Sixers, and I think he also got the start against the Celtics, if I remember correctly. But they've also been getting love by the media. Chet Holmgren, who's always been neck and neck in this Victor Wembanyama Rookie of the Year race, where they're kind of decided, Wembanyama's kind of got it now and everything. There's no more question about it because Chet has all these weapons around him that allow him to succeed and allow him to be efficient. But here's what they had to say about it. It still doesn't seem like we're fully grasping the gravity of what Chet Holmgren is doing for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Yes, to an extent, we get it. His 16.6 points and 2.4 blocks per game on a literally 63.5 true shooting percentage has endured wire to wire and given him a real case to outstrip Victor Wembanyama for Rookie of the Year. And yet, most of us don't spend nearly enough time discussing the context of Holmgren's success. And I like how they bring that up is how, yes, we recognize he's having a good year, but we don't really recognize it because of who he's competing against right now for the Rookie of the Year is Victor Wembanyama. That's why the media and some other people aren't really recognizing how good Chet Holmgren has been playing for this team this year and how great of a rookie campaign it's been. You take Wembanyama out of the race, they're pretty much saying he has it on lockdown, that Chet Holmgren would be the clear-cut Rookie of the Year. But since Wembanyama's still here, it's still up in the air. And then this is also what they had to say. He is no worse than the third most important player on what may end up being the best team in the Western Conference. This is a bonkers level of prominence for a 21-year-old with no previous NBA experience, especially one working his way back from a right foot injury that severely limited his basketball activity between August 2022 and 2023 training camp. Holmgren's role in defense is similar to Wembanyama's in San Antonio. He represents a primal infrastructure, someone whose backline mobility and affords unique flexibility to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jalen Williams, and everyone not named Lou Dort. And so they're kind of also saying like Lou Dort and everything, they allow him, he's kind of being this backbone and everything because no one else plays it to the extent that he does. And they also said Lou Dort's kind of, our defensive player and everything. And so I love how he got a little bit of love. But, I just love to see it, how people are finally realizing Chet is having a fantastic rookie year and everything, and no one's really paying attention to it just because Wembanyama's out here playing so well. But they also showed love to Cason Wallace as well. Cason Wallace's role is more contingent than most on this list. He doesn't start, and his minutes are subject to a modicum of turbulence depending on what Josh Giddey, Aaron Wiggins, and Isaiah Joe are doing in the moment. The 20-year-old is nevertheless still hovering around the top 10 in total court time among all rookies. That's a large enough sample when factoring in the circumstances. Earning regular minutes on a contender is much harder than getting run for teams with zero win column expectations or alternatives. And so they see Cason Wallace is a solid player. The media is recognizing that. Everyone else is saying that he's a solid player. The reason he's not getting as much time as some of these other big-name rookie talents, such as, Brandon Miller and everything, it's just they're not. He's not on a team that needs him to start. He's not. He's on a team where he's not even the 6th man. He's like the 7th, 8th man. But yet they still have him in contention to be all-rookie first team, having limited numbers right now. He's only getting numbers and everything when when Aaron Wiggins isn't playing well, Isaiah Joe or Josh Giddey isn't playing well. And so that's when when he's really getting his numbers. And so he's only getting around 16 to 18 a game right now. And it's hard to prove yourself with that limitation in the league. They also had to say he's billed as a point guard. Wallace is more like a 3-and-D wing in miniature. He kind of reminds me of Lou Dort. That's what I've said before and everything. Almost half his shots come up as spot-up threes, which he's splashing in at a 44.4%. OKC does need him to be more aggressive when attacking off the catch, but he will, in fact, attack. And he's provided glimpses into gnarly footwork after picking up his dribble, as well as quality passing in traffic. Nobody will be smitten by Wallace's per-game lines. He's averaging under 7 points per game, but his defensive body of work seals the deal for me. This is just someone just standing the test of opposing bench units. The Thunder have baptized him by fire, rolling him out in real volume on islands against star guards like Anthony Edwards, Stephen Curry, Bradley Beal, Trae Young, Jamal Murray, the list goes on. And when Wallace isn't rumbling at the point of attack, he has the speed and strength to pinball around against shooters with size who come off screens. And so it shows that even though like his numbers aren't impressive and everything, when he does start, he's playing against these star-studded guys. You look at the Celtics. Who did he have to guard? He had to guard Jaylen Brown. That's not an easy guy to guard. And they even recognize that, too, in the article, saying he has to guard guys such as Steph Curry, Bradley Beal, and everything when he does come into the game or when he does start. And so I'm glad that they're recognizing that and showcasing how good our rookie class is and everything, how good the rookies we have on this OKC team are, and that they're just being outshined by this big-name guy by the name of Wembanyama. And so we'll go into the next topic now, which I know some of you guys want to talk about, is it time to panic? It's not time to panic, guys. Don't grab your pitchforks. Don't raise the torches and everything and say, oh, what are we doing here? What are we doing? And go complaining to the front office. It's fine. It's fine. We've clinched a playoff spot. Why are we worried? All right? In my eyes, I think it's better to be the 3 seed instead of the 1 or 2 seed. I'd rather play a team like the Phoenix Suns, the first round, who I don't think are going to be a playing team. I think they'll finish as a 6 seed. I'd rather play them the first round instead of a team like the Lakers or Warriors who have a ton of experience, who are veterans when it comes to the playoffs. I'd rather play the Suns when I know we match up well against them. And people are wondering, we should panic. We're on a 3-game losing streak. Oh my God. Look at the teams we played against without SGA and J-Dub. We lost by 4 points to a Philadelphia 76ers team that just brought back Joel Embiid. They weren't going to play Joel unless SGA and J-Dub were out. If one of them was in, Joel wouldn't have played. And we would have easily won that game. Even with SGA and J-Dub and Joel played, we still would have easily won that game. So there's no need to panic there, all right? It was a tough team to play against. Played against the Celtics without SGA and J-Dub. The Celtics are probably the best team in the NBA right now in this season. So what? We got blew out by them. So what? We were keeping it competitive until the 4th quarter. Why would we panic? Why would we complain about that? We didn't have our best 2 players playing, and then we lost to Indiana. It was a close game as well, but once again, why panic? Why? We know we don't have SGA and J-Dub. They'll be back for the playoffs. The reason we're not playing them is because we don't want them getting injured and not being at the best of their ability come playoff time. And so why are we going to panic about that? Why? Why are we panicking that we're letting our players rest so we're at 100% for the playoffs, and also allow some other guys to get minutes and see if they could be of use in the playoffs? Like, you look at this and everything right here. Our starting lineup here was Chet Holmgren, Gordon Hayward, Isaiah Joe, Josh Giddey, Lou Dort. 3 of those guys start on a nightly basis, and Chet, Giddey, and Dort. Hayward, I wouldn't have started him. I think the reason we started him was because it was, Charlotte and everything, who we traded him. Or not Charlotte, Indiana. We're just seeing how he plays and everything. And then Isaiah Joe, he can start from time to time. He did get a ton of minutes, 32. And you'll see this and everything. Chet Holmgren got his usual amount of minutes at 28, keeping him light and everything. Then you notice Josh Giddey played 35 minutes. I think that's insane that he played that long. If we're going to rest our guys, maybe we should rest everyone else. But you look at the stat line. Lou Dort had a good night, and we need him to get back to his shooting form and everything where he can give us 10, 15 points as a starter. He gave us 22. Josh Giddey almost had a triple-double. Then Chet, we need him to kind of get, learn to be more physical and everything, so I get playing him. And everything right now is just be careful. Be careful. Remember, he's coming off an injury from last year where it was really tough. We can't lose him come playoff time because he is the X factor on this team for the playoffs because he's our defensive anchor. He can go out there and he's known to give us 30 points from time to time. And so he's our X factor. We need to hold on to him. And then people are also complaining, oh, look at our record and everything. You see this, all right? These are 10 teams right now. I'm not counting the Rockets because they lose one more game. They can't even make the play-in anymore. They're eliminated. And you look here, all right? you look at this 1 and 2 seed. Look at these teams that are in there. You have the Lakers, Warriors, and Kings. Lakers and Warriors, I really don't want to play in the first round. Team that I want to play in the first round is like, yeah, I would be fine playing New Orleans or Sacramento or Phoenix in the first round. I don't want to play the Dallas Mavericks until the finals. I'm going to be honest. I think the Mavericks can be our kryptonite, and then I think the Timberwolves can be our kryptonite in this playoff series and everything, and, you know, in this run. And so it's just one of those things. I'm fine with being the 3 seed. Why are we panicking? I don't know. Thunder fans, we don't need to panic. We're fine. Don't stress about it. It's okay. Everything's going to be okay. Just relax. Happy thoughts, all right? Happy places. And remember how good we are with SGA and J-Dub on the court. That's all I got for this video and everything. Once again, if you haven't subscribed, do it. 90% of you guys aren't subscribed, so just go out there, press that button. It's real simple. It's real simple. And don't you want to hear from me every day? Like, just do it. Come on now. I'll catch you in the next video, and stay tuned, man.